planet Nibiru. Planet Nibiru, also known as Planet X, is set to pass our Earth by August. There are many speculations on this controversial topic. Scientists admit it and the government denies it. Will the president announce the truth? He's compelled to do so. Will he announce the truth to the world? In the Holy Bible, Revelation 8:11, it states, "The name of the star is called wormwood, and a third of the waters became wormwood, and many men died from the waters because they were made bitter." Tune in live to Realms of the Paranormal with your hostess in Illumina. Call-in guest is Dennis Deitch of The Big Picture, the Dream Master. Now, if you like to watch the video on YouTube with George Norrie, the interview and speculation, please click the link below or copy and paste it to your browser. The link is available on my BTR page. Don't believe the lies, because Nibiru exists. Now, UFO or planet Nibiru? What do you think? Does planet Nibiru exist? Is Nibiru approaching? The new information on Nibiru is more mysterious than its own origins. Not too many people know the true details of Nibiru and why it exists in our solar system. Let me tell you some basics first about this planet. Planet Nibiru, which was referred by the Sumerians as Planet X, was supposedly the 12th planet in our solar system. The true meaning of Planet Nibiru is planet of crossing. In the hydrophilic of Sumerians and Egyptian, they talked about how planet Nibiru had an elliptical orbit than a normal horizontal orbit. The planet took around 750,000 years to come between Mars and Jupiter, and when it did, it created devastation on all the planets during its flyby. Archaeologists Zachariah Sitchin and Barak Eldam also suggested this planet, which looks a lot like CR-105, with a similar orbit. However, the crossing path of CR-105 is very different than Nibiru or Planet X. Nibiru's 80% of orbit lies much further from the Sun, where CR-105's orbit is 60% away from the Sun and 40% near the rest of the planets. According to historians, Tiamat, a planet which had lain between Mars and Jupiter around 510 million years ago, was a victim of Planet X. Tiamat collided with one of the moons of Nibiru. It crashed, broke into half, as one half became the asteroid belt, and the other, Phobos, Mars' moon, while the other half is our home, planet Earth. Out of destruction comes life, a quote from Hindu ancient texts, the Bhagavad Gita. What do you believe? Does planet Nibiru exist? Is Nibiru approaching? Here's my wonderful guest, Dennis Deitch, on the air. Let's say hello. Welcome, Dennis Deitch, Stream Master. Can you hear me? Are you on the air? You're live. Okay, I guess he stepped away from the phone. We'll get back to him in just a moment. Dennis Deitch, if you're listening, I tried to open your line and you weren't responding. You might want to check the volume on your phone. All righty then. I'll get back to you in just a moment. Continuing on, does planet Nibiru exist and is Nibiru approaching? This strange planet has known to be 20 times bigger than Jupiter, with the burning moon which acts like Nibiru's personal sun. Since Nibiru goes much, much further away from our sun, this theory actually does make sense and stands out. The Anunnaki, who are supposedly the citizens of Nibiru, came to planet Earth around 25,000 years ago, gave a lot of knowledge and detail to developing humanoids, whom at that time didn't have the brain capacity or thinking power to comprehend what the Anunnaki were saying. Even the Mayan predicted the existence of Nibiru, or according to them, a certain dark energy in shape of planet which would be coming near Earth in the distant future. Every time this planet came around, entire civilizations from planet Earth were wiped out. James McKinney is expert on planet Nibiru and Mayan history explained. 10,000 years ago, major devastation occurred which destroyed many civilizations on our planet. He also explains how ruined cities in South America were vanished not because of war or plague, but major physical destruction on Earth. He also went on to say that before Nibiru passed us, like 10,000 years ago, the North Pole was somewhere in the state of Wisconsin, while South Pole was somewhere in Pacific Ocean. If he is right, and this event did occur because of Planet X or Planet Nibiru, then we shouldn't worry about it for the next 740,000 years or so, right? Wrong. Remember, even if Nibiru crossed its path between Jupiter and Mars, it's now surging upwards to make its longest route around the Sun. This is due to the fact that the elliptical orbit goes in a roundabout very close to the Sun on one end, while 80% of the orbit is far away from the Sun. This is why that are happening in Japan, Chile, and other places could be due to the fact that magnetic poles from Nibiru are increasing as it nears our plane. The pull from Nibiru will increase the gravitational force of each planet in a rubber band effect. Most of this information is not provided on the internet. All right, folks, let's check to see if the Dream Master is available. Oh, looks like we got disconnected. We're going to take a brief intermission, and I'm going to do some quick shout-outs till we get our guest caller back on the air. He's probably having some technical difficulty because I did see him pop up on my switchboard. So here we go. Quick shout-outs. God, my family, my parents, Gladys and Angel. To my friends on Facebook and family members, my followers, as well as Twitter, Google. I'd like to give a shout out to my church, Faith Lutheran, to the pastor, Moella, and his wife, Linda, to the praise band, hello, and to all the members and all my friends at church. If I missed you, you know who you are. My brother, BTR Radios, Dennis Deitch with the big picture, the Dream Master, who's supposed to be a guest caller, but to see if he'll come back on the air. On the BTR, shout out to brother BTR member Blake Cousins of Third Phase of Moon and his brother Brent Cousins. Aloha to you guys in Hawaii. Those have been my shout outs. If I missed you, you all know who you are. Hugs and kisses from Sebring, Florida. Those have been my shout outs. I'm going to take a brief intermission and play some awesome Prism and Eclipse. And what do you guys think of my new mix, my ROTP intro? Pretty cool, huh? Well, it came from this specific song. Okay, and we're back live on Realms of the Paranormal. This is your hostess, Cindy Lumina. I seem to have lost contact with my number one guest, the Dream Master, Dennis Deitch. Don't know what happened. We lost the call. He was on my switchboard. Well, we'll see if he can make it back on the air. There's only 14 minutes and 48 seconds and counting. Now, you are fellow Planet Nibiru. Now, that's the question and that's the topic. Go watch the slideshow on my BTR page and see for yourself. Those are my photos, all ROTP property. And look at the object next to the sun. Is that a UFO or is that Planet Nibiru? You be the judge. Take a look at it right now and let me know what you think. I got the lines open here while I'm still live. That guest caller number is area code 347-884-8432. Again, that guest caller number is area code 347-884-8432. Stop on by, don't be shy. The question is, UFO or Planet Nibiru? You be the judge. Dennis?
Hi.
There you are. Oh, we're having some technical difficulty here, but I'm glad I got you on and before the show is over. How are you?
Yeah, I know. I tried to get in, but I couldn't find you.
That's okay. You know what? I showed you. I saw you pop up on my switchboard twice. So bless your heart for for your for your attempts. For trying to get back on. I really appreciate it. I don't know what's going on with BTR today. I really have no clue. But thank you nonetheless for making it on UFO or Planet Nibiru. Now, did you get to listen to any of the research that I read on the air before you called in?
No, I had been distracted, and then when I tried to get on, as I was trying to get on, I didn't get any audio, so I apologize.
Wow. And it's showing right here that the call was dropped for whatever reason. I'm thinking, 4th B, negative energy messing with us.
Yep.
So, Dennis.
That's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens. But you know what? We beat them because I got you on the air anyway. Everyone, Mr. Dennis Deitch is a Dream Master from the Big Picture, also BTR. He's my BTR brother and mentor. He always deserves a proper introduction. And so, Dennis, I was discussing UFO planet Nibiru because my photographs on my slideshow shows two anomalies in the sky, the sun and another object about 5 o'clock next to it, below it. All right, so that's the question. UFO planet Nibiru, do you think it's a UFO or do you think it could possibly be planet Nibiru or planet X?
Right. Thank you again. Is there any way that you can extend the time, right? Or it goes automatic?
We're going to be fine. We got 4 minutes live, and then we have a little bit of the archive. So can you go ahead and just tell me what your belief is? What do you think it is?
All right, because, it's like 4 minutes left and, to close the show or whatnot. But, with Nibiru, right, planet X.
According to my picture, those two anomalies in the sky in my photograph, could it be a UFO or could it be planet Nibiru? What do you think?
No. UFO.
You think it's a UFO in all my pictures?
Nibiru, per se, planet X, is not really accessible through this 3D dimension. It exists within 4. For me, this is what I see for myself, and all the anomalies that humans are witnessing is an indication with that they, in which whatever manner they have, to transverse into this 3D and to observe, witness, and even interact.
Interesting.
And
so you think everyone perceives it differently and it's only viable through the 4th dimension. Well, I just read a whole bunch of research that I did in reference to planet Nibiru or planet X, however you want to describe it. And it's research from scientists and also known as wormwood in the Bible, Revelation 8:11. The name of the star is called wormwood, and the third of waters became wormwood, and many men died from the waters because they were made bitter. Now, what that means is, if and when planet X crosses or passes the Earth, it's going to affect the water. It's going to affect everything. Floods and all crazy stuff is going to be going on. So that's in the Bible. Now, I know you have your beliefs, I have my beliefs, and everyone has their own, opinions. But that is what I came across. So I find it interesting that you believe that. Do you have anything else to add in reference to planet Nibiru? True Master?
See, there's a lot of energy that's been occurring for many, many months, right? And we have alignments of the planets, and actually even our galaxy within the center of the universe. Our solar system within the galaxy, the Milky Way. Right? So there's a lot of energy that's occurring right now, and it's very interesting, Cindy. Okay, I'm a science freak or whatever like that, and I'm watching this show, and they always talk about space-time, right? Space-time, right? Within the universe.
Oh, which show specifically? Which show? We want to know. Which show?
Well, through the wormhole and how the universe is made and stuff like that, right?
No, which show do you watch? Which scientific show do you like to watch?
Again, how the universe is made. And through the wormhole. Right?
Oh, those are the names of the show?
Yeah, it's with Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman does how the universe is made, right?
Interesting. Okay, continue. Thanks.
Yeah.
So we're now in the archive, so I'm just going to monitor that we only have about approximately 10 minutes so we don't get cut off. All right?
Okay.
So it's 7 p.m. now.
No, say, yeah, I can't even see chat rooms. So, yeah, say peeps, bye, and thank you, love.
Dennis?
Yes?
So we have about 8 minutes. So you like watching that show with Morgan Freeman. And so finish telling me about the show. We have about 8 minutes, so.
Well, no, it's just how the universe works. You know, have you ever heard of the show Dirty Jobs?
No, I can't say I have.
Okay. Well, it's
What's
a
it
Canadian show. It's a Canadian dude. But
it's like cool. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, but he does you know, how I watch all these scientific stuff, okay? And just how the scientists and researchers are how what their findings are. You know, CERN I find is very interesting.
Right.
The Hadron Collider, whatever. I lost my train.
That's okay. So it's interesting. Science is very interesting. You know, right now I'm studying biology. I'm on my last week at college, and it's amazing what our Earth planet has and what the universe has as well. So Dennis, why don't you tell us a little bit about you and what you do? You're a dream master, right? Get a little bit off the subject. You're a dream master, so you know a lot about dreams and so forth. And so go ahead.
All right. Well,
Dream master.
Yeah. It's being in a conscious manner, and being in discernment whether or not the dream time you're experiencing is from ego, from subconscious. They're related very closely, and the unconscious, and being
right.
To wrap it up, to be consciously aware of where these energies are coming from, and
wow,
yeah, and again, it's discernment. It's I found it not easy to figure it out, but yeah, I kind of got a good handle on it, and you know, when neg energy, like from 4D, we were speaking earlier about. 4D
right.
neg, try to get into my space, whatnot. You know, I kind of already see them. Okay, sometimes they're very, very tricky. They.
All right, Dennis, we seem to be running out of time, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up.
Okay.
And
right.
say thank you very much for coming on the air and for your third attempt that finally was successful, and we got you on Realms of the Paranormal. I'd love to have you back, so that we can have you on the entire show and have you as a special guest. Would you like to come back on Realms of the Paranormal? Of course you would. You're my mentor. Of course you would. I hope so. All right, Dennis. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling in. And have a blessed
for having
evening.
me.
Oh, it was my pleasure. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Be well. Okay.
Everyone, guys, for the technical glitches earlier in the show. If you noticed any dead air, that's why. I had some technical difficulty. We managed to get my guest caller on the air, which is awesome, and we will have him back because I've had him on before. He's my mentor. So, of course, the Dream Master, you rock. Thank you so much for calling in. And everyone, have a blessed evening, and remember that you are not alone. Planet Nibiru. Planet Nibiru, also known as Planet X, is set to pass our Earth by August. There are many speculations on this controversial topic. Scientists admit it, and the government denies it. Will the president announce the truth? He's compelled to do so. Will he announce the truth to the world? In the Holy Bible, Revelation 8:11, it states, "The name of the star is called Wormwood, and the third of the waters became wormwood, and many men died from the waters because they were made bitter." Tune in live to Realms of the Paranormal with your hostess in Illumina. Call-in guest is Dennis Deitch of the Big Picture, the Dream Master. Now, if you like to, watch the video on YouTube with George Norrie. The interview and speculation, please click the link below or copy and paste it to your browser. The link is available on my BTR page. Don't believe the lies, because Nibiru exists. Now, UFO or planet Nibiru? What do you think? Does planet Nibiru exist? Is Nibiru approaching? The new information on Nibiru is more mysterious than its own origins. Not too many people know the true details of Nibiru and why it exists in our solar system. Let me tell you some basics first about this planet. Planet Nibiru, which was referred by the Sumerians as Planet X, was supposedly the 12th planet in our solar system. The true meaning of Planet Nibiru is planet of crossing. In the hydrophilic of Sumerians and Egyptian, they talked about how planet Nibiru had an elliptical orbit that a normal horizontal orbit. The planet took around 750,000 years to come between Mars and Jupiter, and when it did, it created devastation on all the planets during its flyby. Archaeologists Zachariah Sitchin and Barak Eldam also suggested this planet, which looks a lot like CR 105. With a similar orbit. However, the crossing path of CR 105 is very different than Nibiru or Planet X. Nibiru's 80% of orbit lies much further from the Sun, where CR 105's orbit is 60% away from the Sun and 40% near the rest of the planets. According to historians, Tiamat, a planet which had lain between Mars and Jupiter around 510 million years ago, was a victim of Planet X. Tiamat